Hey guys, and welcome back to my channel. In today's video, I'm going to do an end of year homeschool review. What worked, what didn't. This is like the one video that I get requested every year. And it's one of those I'm like, really? Do you really want to know? But I guess you do. And so I'm just going to go ahead and do that. But let's start with, by the way, I have two boys. They've been in 6th grade and 4th grade, or they're 12 and 10. And so I will show you what we've been using for them, what worked, what didn't. All right, let's start with the 6th grader. He just last week finished writing with a lady who we do outsource writing to her. She is absolutely fantastic. She's been certified to teach IEW for something like 16 or 17 years, and she's a dear lady and does a great job. My kid loves her class, a little boy who loves to write. That's no easy feat, but they use IEW, and this is the book that I used this year, Fables, Myths, and Fairy Tales, and it was great. The creative writing in here, my boy just loved, and of course, I mean, who doesn't love the Fables, Myths, and Fairy Tales? It's so fun. It's so imaginative. They're so out there, some of those stories, and he really, really loved it. And he is signed up for writing next year. And where's the book? I showed this in my last video. He's doing Narnia next year. Pretty stoked for that. This year, I did something I swore I would never do based on my own experience. For those of you who don't know, I'm a homeschool grad, and the math curriculum that I used from 7th grade on was Saxon math, and I hated it. But it worked. Whatever they do in it, it's the repetition or what, I don't know. But a lot of that has stuck with me to this day and enabled me to use that with my own kids. So this year we bit the bullet, and we did Math 6-5 for him. He's been with teaching textbooks for 3rd, 4th, and 5th grade, and he was sick to death of it. And so I said, well, let's try Saxon 6-5, and to make it a little bit or a lot more fun, we decided to sort of outsource this as well. Now, it's on the computer, and I'm there every second of it because he needs the moral support. But we started using Saxon Math through Nicole, the math lady. I will link her below. She is wonderful. Her name is Nicole Thomas, and she has a program on her website, and she does all of the levels. I think she starts at 2nd grade or 3rd grade. I can't remember. I apologize. But I will link her below. And her plans start as low as, I think, $59 a year. And you get the lessons, you get extra help, you get online grading. Just, you know, you decide what payment plan that you want to get. Not payment plan, but you decide what you want and pay that. I think we had the $79.99 level. And when you put another kid on it, which we're thinking of doing for next year, for R2, it's $129. So for someone to teach my kid that math and have all the online grading and all of that, oh, absolutely recommend. I will say though, going from teaching textbooks 5, it prepared him for Math 6-5, which I think it says this is a 5th grade math. I know I did 7-6 when I was in 7th grade. So I don't know if that's saying that teaching textbooks doesn't prepare them for the grade level, if that's what you're concerned with. Some, you know, a lot of people aren't, but if that's what you're looking for, yeah, just look into that. I don't want to say that it will put your kid behind. I don't want to say that because I don't know that. I'm just saying if you're going from teaching textbooks to Saxon, you definitely want to do an assessment test to figure out where you need to start. But him coming out of teaching textbooks 5 had him perfectly ready for this. And then some. I don't think I could have put him straight into 7-6. Actually, I know I couldn't have put him straight into 7-6, but it got him perfectly ready for 6-5. For science, both of my boys took a class. We outsourced science this year, and it was really good. Yeah, it was good. They used this book by Master Books, the life science book, and I really liked this. I thought that this was going to be a consumable, but it's not. So I'm going to sell this when when I get a chance. But this is a great little textbook. It's very basic. Now, this is for, I think, like grades 2 through 6, maybe. I can't remember, but it was really good for Braden in 4th grade. I think it was a little babyish for Caleb in 6th grade, but they took that class together at a little kind of like a little co-op, and it was really good. They made these. She utilized notebooking and little art journals, so they did a lot of research on animals, and Caleb loved drawing. He's a big, he just loves to draw things. So yeah, they would have homework where they would build, he made a Tasmanian devil out of modeling clay, which was really fun. And so that was really good for us this year. But again, it was maybe a little bit too low of a level for Caleb. So he's doing his own thing next year, and I will talk about that at another time. Now for Caleb, he was in IEW this year, which did a lot of his language arts and grammar and things like that, vocabulary, all of that. But we did from time to time go back through this. I've done a review on this. This is called First Language Lessons for the Well-Trained Mind. Absolutely wonderful. Really at any grade level for adults, even if you want to learn parts of speech and grammar and everything. I love this. This is level 2. Level 1, I think I may have sold. I don't remember, but this is level 2, and it's super quick lessons, and we would pop this out just kind of here and there. We didn't go all the way through it, but we got mostly through it. But this is an excellent thing. You know, you can do it in like 1st or 2nd grade and then bring it out again another couple of years later just as a refresh. Caleb this year learned finally that reading is actually fun, and he has dove straight into Percy Jackson books. He loves them. We're not going to go past the last one because I heard that the author has gone woke, and I wouldn't be surprised, but he's loving them for like the first time he's reading for pleasure, and I am here for that, and he loves it. I think he's in the 3rd or the 4th book, and I just love to see him enjoying something finally. And with his fables, myths, and fairy tales that he did in IEW this year, it was a good like partner to it. And also something that helped was that Percy Jackson series is on Disney Plus, so he would read that and then watch the series and really enjoy it. So I love that he found something that I'm okay with him reading. And yeah, so there's that. History. It must still be downstairs. But we went through a lot of history this year. Mostly our history was out of our read aloud books. We read a book called Freedom Crossing. We read a book, and we just finished this the other day, called Sound Forth the Trumpet for Children. I will put pictures here. What was another thing that we read? Oh, another book called Turn Homeward, Hannah Lee. So if you haven't gotten the idea, it's all about the Civil War. We Civil Warred the Civil War to death. We beat the Civil War to death. We learned a lot. The boys are in a co-op, and both of them, I think Caleb had Civil War in the fall semester, and Braden had it in the spring semester. And we have one more class left. And so we just did a ton of Civil War using our read aloud books as like a history source, I guess you could put it.
Okay, editing Rachel here. I made it sound like we used our read alouds as like a history textbook. This is not true. We just use them as supplemental reading for history. So that's all.
On the topic of read aloud, we finally finished Jenny L. Cody's The Epic Order of the Seven series, and she has more books coming out, but we came to the end of all the ones that she currently has. That took us, let's see, we started reading them in April of 21, and we just finished in like February, I want to say, of 24. So it took us almost 3 years to get through her books. If you don't know, her books are gigantic. They are like 600 pages. I think out of the 9 that she has, I think at least 5 or 6 of them are more than 600 pages. So read aloud, that takes a very long time. I also did some history readers for Caleb. He did, let's see, The The Golden Goblet right here. We haven't finished it, but the Bronze Bow. So good. Moms, read this one. It's so, so good. And I'm looking around and I'm trying to see any other ones that he read for school. But anyway, it's been a pretty good year for him. He's grown so much and it's just been a privilege to watch. All right, now time for Brayden. Like I mentioned earlier, he's kind of a late bloomer when it comes to things. It takes him a minute to get it, but when he gets it, it's just like, whew, he's off and running. And we started in September, October of 2022. We started with All About Reading. He was just having struggles with reading and paying attention. He has terrible focus. And so we started with All About Reading. He finished the entire level 1, which I think we could have skipped to level 2, but I just wanted to get down to basics. So we did all of level 1, the fall semester of 22, and then we did level 2. And again, these are designed to go for a year curriculum. So we did level 2 in the spring semester of 23. We did level 3 in the fall semester of 23, and right now he is in level 4. I love All About Reading. This is level 4. We are on, so tomorrow he will do lesson 49 out of 63. So we will be doing this. He doesn't know this and he can probably hear me. We'll be doing this even after we're finished with the school year, most likely, unless he wants to double up. But yeah, so I bought the level 1. I bought it used for a pretty deep discount, sold it, bought level 2 used, sold it, bought level 3 new last year at the homeschool convention, sold it, and then bought level 4 used. So basically I've really only spent like $120 for all of these. And as soon as we're finished with this, I'm selling it. And then we will be finished. We will be finished with phonics. And I'm telling you, I'm done. I'm done teaching phonics. I am sick to death of it. And some people just love that, but you know, God bless them, but I am not a fan. I'm so ready to be finished, but this curriculum is just so good. I fought it for a long time because of the price, and then found you could get it used, and there's a used group on Facebook, and it's so good. Stuff sells so quickly in there. You can get great deals. Ship things media mail for like $5 to $7. It's a great deal. Same thing, language arts with him. Well-trained mind. Again, we also, this includes some language arts. There's a lot of reading comprehension, obviously, in this, so that kind of took a lot, and the spelling also. I mean, it's not a spelling curriculum, but when you learn to read, you learn to spell. So yeah, neither one of my kids are very good spellers, but we're getting there. We're getting there. The history, the same thing for him with all the Civil War and everything, and same read alouds for him. And science, he also did the master books, wherever I put it, the master books, science, what else? Oh, math. We did a whole bunch of things for math for him because he was just really, really struggling with his math facts. And I learned by just watching him, some kids don't need the drilling and they don't respond well to the drilling. He does. He absolutely does. So while he may be a bit behind, he has grown so much in such a short period of time, just like with the reading. It's like once he gets it, he just takes off. And he's been listening to his brother skip count for all these years, so multiplication just came like that. So that's been such a huge blessing. But I'm looking around and I think that's it that we used with them this year. I think that's about it. This was the planner that I used this year. It's just a blue or a mint green from Target. I'm going to use my Clever Fox one next year. You saw me do a video about that. I have a plan with me coming with that fairly soon. I just need to sit down and film it. But yeah, I will link everything below that I can think of. And so if you want to take a look at it, you can do that. But if you have any questions, please leave them in the comments below. And I want to thank you for watching. I did this in less than 20 minutes. Wow, that's got to be a new record. I hope you're having a great day, and I'll see you next time. Bye.